Let's go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy alike. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set designs, the set leaks, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with the characters of Anakin Skywalker and Kylo Ren. Specifically, a description of Kylo Ren in his throne room. There is a rear shot of Kylo Ren walking to the exit. The Force ghost of Anakin Skywalker appears and turns around, where both Ben and Anakin see each other face to face. However, this version of Anakin looks both old and young at the same time. He wears an outfit similar to Luke's ceremonial robes and has the long, wavy hair. However, his face is aged and Kylo Ren walks towards the apparition as the Force ghost begins to fade, dropping an object for Kylo Ren to pick up. It's a small box. Ben holds it in his hand before making a fist. So I wanted to go over something here, and we heard about this lightly just a couple of days ago about the possibility of Disney and Lucasfilm toying around with the idea of mixing both Sebastian Shaw and Hayden Christensen as the Force ghost of Anakin Skywalker in order to please all fans around the world of the character, both old and young at the same exact time. At least that's how I view it anyway, because what other reason would there be to have Anakin Skywalker appear older? Now, looking at Star Wars as a whole here, we do know that the Skywalker saga is coming to an end with Episode 9. This is the big conclusion here, the final chapter film. This is it. It's the done deal by Disney and Lucasfilm, and that's how they will be marketing their movie. So Anakin Skywalker, to me, and Darth Vader, they are the true faces of Star Wars as a whole. They are the characters that motivated some of our main characters even in the sequel trilogy, such as Kylo Ren. And looking at everything here with the apparition of Anakin Skywalker, right, the Force ghost, appearing both old and young with the long hair as we are used to him being in Revenge of the Sith, I don't know how I feel about this, if they are trying to mix both Sebastian Shaw and Hayden Christensen. To me, it's probably best to just keep it as Hayden, and how we saw him at the very end of Return of the Jedi on the Blu-ray edition of the movie. So, looking at everything else though, I will say that I know there's a lot of fans out there who actually like the Sebastian Shaw Force Ghost of Anakin a whole lot more than the regular Hayden Christensen version that we got as a replacement for the Blu-ray by George Lucas at the very end of Return of the Jedi. Now, this would, in a sense, make this canon, where Force Ghosts can essentially alter their image, alter their age and clothing, and anything like that. Just appear the way that they want to appear. This would be J.J. Abrams' way of essentially canonizing that in a more direct way on film to the casual viewer. So, looking at Star Wars, guys, I gotta say one thing. I'm not quite sure what thing that Anakin dropped, what kind of object he dropped in front of Ben Solo that Ben eventually picks up and puts in his hand, in the palm of his hand, and makes a fist before the description of this all ends. Now, I will say, maybe it has something to do with Padme, you know, giving him some knowledge about his grandmother, or maybe it has something to do with Anakin Skywalker himself, that he gave and handed down to Ben Solo. So, looking at everything, I gotta say, you know, Star Wars Episode 9, it's a very important film by J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, and the fact that Anakin Skywalker may very well make his way into the finalized version of the movie and get past the concept art and storyboard stages. That, to me, is very exciting. We do know that J.J. Abrams originally wanted to have a hybrid Force ghost of Anakin in The Force Awakens that never made the final cut of the movie. And that, to me, I think would have been pretty cool. I know a lot of you guys disagree about that because, you know, Anakin, you know, became one with the Force. He was taken away from the dark side. He's at peace. Why would he be struggling with the Darth Vader image? Going back and forth between Vader and Anakin as a Force ghost. Even in the afterlife, he would have an issue. And that was the original idea for The Force Awakens. Not a lot of people agreed with it. So in Episode 9, it seems like they're trying to do something like that, where it's combining different figures of Anakin, where it's not necessarily Darth Vader and Anakin, but we have heard about that as well. in these past couple of months or so, but they want to apparently combine Sebastian Shaw and bold Hayden Christensen. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this, and we've gone over this, a couple days ago, almost a week ago at this point, about that actually being in episode 9 and how a lot of people disagreed with that. So I would love to hear your input below in the comments section. What do you think about all of this? And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again. No.